Hey everyone, welcome back to Codzilla. Today we are again back with another problem solving question in front of us. So although till now we have solved the questions which were more of like a theoretical way of solving the problem, array will be given to us, not of a practical problem. But today the question which we will be encountering is for sure a practical problem which will be placed in front of us and we will be solving it on LeetCode. So now let's get into the question and see what is there and what we have to do actually. So this is the problem which we will be solving today. It is the best time to buy and sell the stock. So this is the question which we have to solve today. So just going it in our theoretical way or our natural way in which we solve questions, taking firstly a screenshot and then trying to understand how will we find a solution for this specific problem. So now let's go to our OneNote. Start. Yeah, so we have question in front of us. Now let's get started with each of the steps which are given in the question. So you will be given an array which is basically prices, where price of I means uh, is given as the price at the specific index for a stock. So if I have to divide it, so it will be like an array will be given to us which is consisting of 7 digits. So I can say it will be like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. So 7 days of the week will be given here. And what we have to do is uh, we have to maximize our profit by choosing a single day to buy one stock and choosing a different day to sell that stock. Now, how can we earn a profit if I have to give a scenario like you want to maximize your profit, so maximizing profit means buying on a day, buying on a day when stock like for sure is at its least value, and then selling it on when it is on its highest value. So if I have to give a example, although I didn't invest in stocks and I didn't have practical experience, so if we have sort of a graph like this and it will go like this, then what might be the two cases or what might be the time when you will buy it? If I will name it as day one, day two, day three, day four, day five, day six, and day seven. So 7 days of the week. And what you have to do according to the question is to maximize your profit. Now, in this case, what will happen? What if you buy on the day one? Okay, you can buy on day one and then uh, somehow you can sell it on day two. You will earn some profit for sure because graph is going up, the price of that stock has gone up. Along with that, but if you sell that on day three, then you might book a loss because what will happen? You might go bit below the price at which you have bought the stock. If you sell it on day four, you will register a huge loss. Similarly, for day 5, you might go on like a bitter loss. On day 6, if you sell it on day 6, then what will happen? You will then earn profit because when you have bought it, it might be of just 100 rupees, but on day 6, it has gone up to 180. So you will earn a profit of 80 rupees in this case. Now on day 7, if you sell it, you will not earn any profit, no earning, no loss. That will happen. So, but what we have to do is, it is not like we will be buying stock on the day one only and then selling it. It will be like we have to buy a stock. We have to buy a stock when it is at minimum and then sell it in the future when it is at the maximum. So, what can be that case? What if I will say the best case is to buy a stock is on day 4? If I buy a stock on day 4, it might be at just value around 30. And when I sell it, it is on 180. So I will book a profit of 150 rupees, which is the maximum profit which I can earn. And that's what the question is asking from us. We have to choose one day on which we will sell that stock and one day in which we have to buy that stock. Now, there might be some things which we have to keep in mind. The first of them is we have to find the minimum. We have to find the like minimum value of that stock on any of the days. And after that, we have to find the maximum so that we can maximize our profit. So the difference between both of them should be maximum sort of that you can keep in mind. Uh, Along with that, there is one more thing to note is what if we will have a graph like this. In this case, what will happen? Like on day one, also it is from the day one when we have bought this specific stock. After that, it's getting decreased every day, so its value got decreased eventually. In that case, they have told us to return zero. If we are not able to maximize any of the profits, or we are not able to get a profit, just return zero. Okay, so now what we can do is the best case. So for best case, let's take this example only 715364. 715364 is the input which is given to us 735164. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another value is there 7353. Okay, it might be like on Sundays it is off. That's why there is only 6 days. We didn't need to think about the days or specifically like how many days it is. It might be we are calculating for a stock of starting from the 1 month to till then. So we didn't need to make algorithm, or we didn't need to make a solution which will work for just a week or just for a few days or just for a month. We need to make it like it will be expandable. If even if we take a case of a stock which we have to buy on the first day of the year and then sell it somewhere, and we will earn the maximum profit. It should work. So in those cases, we have to find solution accordingly. Now let's get started about it. So what we can do if we can find it, if what if I buy stock on the first day? In that case, 7 will be the price which I have paid to buy that stock. Then if I sell it on day two, will I earn profit? No, I will book a loss of -4. What if I will do or do sell it on day three? Then I will book a loss of -2. -4 will the first day loss, -2 if I sell it on third day. If I sell it on fourth, in that case, -6 will be the loss, -1 will be the loss, and -3. So although I am getting loss only if I am buying the stock on day one. Now let's erase this and let's find out the second one, how we can. But if we buy the stock on the second day, in that case, what can happen? So if we buy stock on the second day, so what will be in front of us is 3. And now I can't go back actually. From here you might think, okay, what if we find the min and max in the array? We can iterate in the array and we can find the minimum value and then the maximum value, and then we can although check or subtract it and find the maximum difference. But it is not about the maximum difference. It is like we can't go into the past and then buy it or sell it. So that's what we have to keep in mind. So if we are buying the stock on day two, it means we can't sell it on day one. So we need to go further. So if we sell it on day three, now we will earn profit. It will be +2. If we sell it now, we will book a loss of -2. If we sell it now, we will earn +3. If we sell it now, we will earn +1. So +3 is the maximum profit which we have earned till now. Okay, good case for us. Now let's take another one, which is 5164. Now let's take with 5. Now if I buy on day 3, if I sell it next day, I will book a loss of -4. If I sell it on next to next day, I will book a profit of +1, but it is not greater than +3, so it is not maximum profit, so I will not consider this. Again, if I sell it now, I will book a loss. So +1 is the profit which I might gain, but it is not the maximum profit. That's why -3 is written here. Now let's get into the other case, which is 735164. Now let's see what can happen. Now if I buy stock on this day and sell it on next day, I will book a profit of +5. So it is +5, it is the maximum one, so it will replace it, and now we have the maximum profit as +5. Now if I sell it on next to next day, then also I will earn a profit that will be of +3, but it is not greater than +5, so I will not consider this also. Taking another case, 164. Now if I will see, if I buy on this day, next day I will be booking the loss of -2. So what I have to take? I have to take best case, and that's what we have got. That is the +5. So that's all whole intuition or whole logic which will be implementing in this question. Now if we have to think about the logic or what algorithm we can make, which can give us the maximum profit day or the maximum profit which we can book in this. So now let's get into the logic. What the logic is, uh, what if I will instead of iterating from the front, I will start iterating from the backward. What if I will start iterating from the backward and keep a track what is the maximum element? Because if I will start from the big thing, in that case, if I will even if I take like keep the track of the maximum element, in that case, I might not get the perfect number because even if I get 7 as the maximum element, I can't sell my stock on that previous day. So I have to keep track of the last, from the last, which number is the greatest. Okay. Along with that, whenever I encounter any of the numbers which will be smaller than that greatest number, I will just check it if it is the greatest profit which I've got or not. So what I can write is step one will be step one will be iterating from backwards, iterating from back. And the next thing which I have to keep in mind is while iterating from the back also, uh, I have to check, I have to find the maximum number. I have to keep, I have to keep track of max number. So whatever is the maximum number, just suppose in this array. I first of all I have to iterate from the back. So I have to go in this way. Uh, so if I will write it here, it will be way more clear for you. 164. So first of all, I have to iterate from in this way. Then I have to keep track of the maximum number which I can get. So it will be like 4. First of all, 4 will be the maximum, so max will be 4. Then 6 will be the max. So I will write max as equals to 6. First of all, max will be 4, but then it gets changed to max equals to 6. Upcoming one is 1. It is not greater than 6, so I will not change my 6. It is also not greater than 6. It is also not greater than 6. It is eventually become greater than 6, but at that time our iteration is gone. So maximum number is 6 in that case. So I just have to keep the track of the maximum number. Third one is if 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 I get a number, if I get a number less than less which if I get a number which is less than my maximum number, then less than my max number, in that case what I have to do? In that case I have to find the difference of them. In that case I have to find out the difference of them and check, and then I have to check. So let's write it in the next step. Along with that, I have to check if if the difference if the difference is the maximum difference also or not. Okay, so I think we have got the intuition or the logic which we will be applying on this specific problem. So now let's get into the lead code and start solving it in this way only. So first of all, let me increase the size of it. Yeah. So first of all, what we have to do is, as I have said you, we will be writing a for loop. We have to iterate from the backward. So int I will be equals to prices is the name of the vector int. So you might know what is a vector int till now. Vector int just suppose or just think it as an array. So if I will write it as size minus 1, although the size minus 1 means starting from the lastmost index, and then we have to go till the first index, and then just increasing it, not increasing, actually decreasing it because we are iterating from the backwards. So first of all, this thing is done, iteration from back done. Next is we have to keep track of the maximum number. So if I will write it here as something like maxi, initializing it to 0, okay, it will be fine. So it is just to keep the track of maximum number. So if I get then a number, so instead of just writing that last number again and again, I will be writing it like int present, which will be just present number which is right now through which we are iterating prices of I. Now in that case, now what I have written is just the iteration on which I'm just taking that number and storing it in present so that it will be easier for me to write it again and again, because then again and again I have to just write the prices, then square brackets I, that is worthless. So here I have got, now what I have to do is I have to write a if condition. If the present number which we have got, if the number which on which I am right now is greater than maxi, means it is the maximum number, then maximum will become present. Just simple. So if I get a number which is greater than my maximum number, then maximum number is that present number which we have. So that's what I have did. A check to keep the track of maximum number. It is just to keep track of max number. Just simple. Now let's get into the other case. Now if we got any of the number that is less than my maximum number, okay, so I have written the case for the greater than. If we get a number which is greater than our maximum number, then change the maximum number. But if I get a number which is lesser than the maximum number, in that case, what I have to do? So here is the else case which we have to write. And what I have to write in the else case is the difference of them. So for the difference, let me write it just like profit on profit, which will be initialized to 0. So because if even if we didn't book any of the profit, then they have already told us to return 0, then profit will be 0, which will be returned. So difference will be, so I will be writing it like profit equals to whatever is the maximum from the profit and whatever we have right now. So whatever we have right now, it means whatever the maximum number we have minus present. Mm, yeah, minus present. So in the else condition, what I have written is, I have written whatever is maximum, the profit which we have booked earlier, means the profit which we have booked earlier, or the profit which we are booking it right now, the maximum minus the present. Whatever is the maximum, take profit as that and check if the difference is maximum. This is the condition for that. The fourth step which I have written, check if the difference is the maximum difference or not. So this is the maximum difference condition. Now what we have to do is return, we have to return but uh, our profit, our profit we have to return. Now let's run it and see if it works or not. If it doesn't work, we will try to find out the edge cases are all. So it got accepted eventually. Now let's submit this also and see if it got submitted or it has some issues while submitting also. Yeah, so it got submitted successfully for this problem. Now let's iterate once more and see how this whole problem is working off. So what will happen? What will happen? First of all, you will have an initialized maxi and profit. So maxi means the maximum value which you have to keep the track, and profit is the profit which you have to book. Now, iterating from the backwards, you will be keeping track of the maximum number. So what you will do is, it is just like if you can see in the future, in the description, if I will go. So what if you can see in the future? Okay, that was the day when we will book the maximum, when this stock will reach its maximum value. What if I will say on day 5, you already know on day 5 it will be reaching its maximum value. So for that, you will be keeping track of it, which you will get from here. Along with that, what you will do is, if you get any of the numbers which is lesser than that maximum number or the value of the stock when it will reach maximum, then you will just subtract it and check. So here is the subtraction. So it just means the maximum value minus the present value. It means the difference between both of them is the profit which we have. So then you will check whatever is the maximum, you will take that value, you will keep that value, or you will keep that profit with you and then move on further. And if you get any other number or in any other difference, or we can say the profit, which is greater than the previous profit, you will just change it because of this condition, profit equals to max, profit and equals to maxi minus present. So that's how this whole problem is working off. And the time complexity also you can see from here, it will be big of, and we are iterating in an array only once, so it is optimized also, and it is a good solution to give it to your interviewer if you get this in an interview. Although this is a good problem, which is more of a practical based problem instead of just getting arrays and just writing in the typical coding language. It is just a practical problem. Like if you have to find the best time to buy and sell a stock, although this is not eventually possible because we can't see in the future what will happen. So that's all for the video. I hope you liked it and I hope you will solve it. I will be pasting the problem description link or link of this problem in my description. You can check it out and solve it there. So that's all. Thanks for watching.